Hey everybody, so this is just a quick video to show you how to use the Microsoft Center of Excellence theming toolkit once you've installed it. So the intended audience of this video would be someone like a citizen developer or a professional developer who's going to use the toolkit. So if you don't know how to get hold of it or what the toolkit is or how to install it, check out videos part 1 and part 2 linked below. Otherwise, stay tuned for part 3 launching now. Alright, so firstly you want to head to the environment where you have installed the Center of Excellence Themes Toolkit and play the Theme Gallery app. Now here you should have at least one published theme. In this demo I've got 2. Open the desired theme that you want by clicking on the View button. That should load the theme preview window where you should have some layouts to be able to download on the bottom. There will either be 2 boxes if you've used it out of the box. In my case, I've customized it, so there's actually 4 boxes. Just click on the name of one of those templates to download it to your desktop. Next, head to make.powerapps.com and open the environment in which you want to install and use the template. Now, this usually has to be the same environment where you install the Center of Excellence Themes Toolkit. So it's usually a developer environment. Okay, and then you want to go ahead and upload the file that you just downloaded from the Theme Gallery app in the previous step using the Import Canvas app button. So if you click on the Import Canvas app button, you'll be able to select the file you downloaded in the previous step from the Theme Gallery app and upload it here. Now on the import package window, there is one setting that you can change. Make sure it says create as new in the import setup and click on that. If it says update, please change it to create as new and then add the name of your app. So in my example, my app name when it imports is going to be Jolene's app test app. Okay, and then click import. So what this is going to do is it's because we downloaded a template from the Theme Gallery app before, this app that we're going to upload as a Power App template is going to be linked to that theme. And that's going to allow us to build our app using the auto theming tool that we've just installed in the previous steps that I've shown in my previous 2 videos. Once that has imported successfully, you want to then head back to the apps area by clicking on the apps button on the left. Now your app might not show straight away. It can take quite a few minutes for the app to be created in this section. So just click on the refresh button on the top in your browser to refresh until the app's available. And once it is, please click on edit. So now I'm going to show you around this template, this mysterious template that we downloaded from the Theme Gallery. But first, you'll notice when it opens, it will let you know that this app may contain unsafe code, and that's fine. So to explain to you why these templates have code in them. The templates have code in them, and it's custom code, and it was Microsoft that created it. The Microsoft team that created it is called the CAT team, which you can actually see on the window in the dialog box there. The code they've inserted into these Power App templates will, on insert of any control onto the screen, code will run that will replace all of the properties of that control that has static colors and font settings to be dynamic variables. Okay, so that's what the code is all about. All right, let's take a look around. So if the previous steps were followed correctly, as soon as you insert any controls onto the screen, you should get your theme colors automatically coming through on any of the controls that you add on, which is really cool. So let's have a look at a calendar picker, for example. I love that it actually updates all of the colors on this. So if we see in the preview mode, you can see all of that lovely orange colors come through, which is our 80/20 solutions branding. What are we doing here? Now, I want to show you how you can add a really cool theme picker into any app. So an example here is if you want a user to be able to set their favorite theme when they use your app, then you would do something like this. So you can insert some sort of control box or some selector. And then on the items property of that box, I'm going to use the Dataverse connection, which is already fetching our themes information. So you can see the Dataverse connection on the left there called themes, and I'm just going to use the name property to bring them through, and you can see I've got 4 themes available to pick from. So now what we need to do is add a function into the app to run every time the user changes their selection in the box, to rerun the theming function that sets the themes within the application. To find the theming function, you want to head to the app's on start property, or this could be on the first screen's on visible property, depending on how your app's been built. You can see there, the first step within this function is to set a global variable called theme name. Once it's done that, it's going to create a collection based off all of the styles that are associated with that theme name. And then it's going to set a bunch of global variables to set individual colors and font settings based on that theme name. And finally, it will create a second collection to be used by the coded component. So what we're going to do is copy this entire function and go to the onChange property of our combo box. And on the onChange property, I'm going to paste that function in. And we're going to replace the static theme name at the top with a dynamic theme name. And it's going to get that dynamic theme name from whatever the person selects in the box. So if we change it to the combo box, which is itself, .selected.name, and we give this a go, we'll choose a dark theme now, boom, the whole app updates. It's really fantastic. So that's how you use this themes tool that we've installed. So you can share this video with anyone that's trying to use your themes, just to show them how to use and upload those templates and get started, and how it should work and how they can change themes as they go. Something else that I wanted to talk about is the next step you'd normally take is looking at adding components to your app. So if there's not many components in your library, you can go and click on Get More Components on the left-hand menu to be able to see what component libraries you have available. So for us, we usually have a library just for mobile apps or for tablet and mobile. So I just want to show you what you need to keep in mind when you're using components in your apps, when you're also using the Microsoft Themes Toolkit. So if I look at our tablet library and our mobile one, I've got this really nice contact list that allows you to view a list of contacts, select and search contacts, and it shows their profile pictures. So if I go into adding it from the library and then adding it onto the screen, I'll just show you there how it works. So when you build a component, you want to allow the user to use the input properties to tell the component what colors they want to use. You want to allow the user to insert colors using any names that they've chosen and not rely on the Microsoft Theming Toolkit naming conventions, because otherwise your components won't work if people haven't installed this Microsoft Theming Toolkit. Now, because I have used the Microsoft Theme Toolkit, I'm going to use the variables that comes in the toolkit. So one of the standard colors is primary color 2, which is that lovely orange color. And I'm going to use this to tell the component to change that badge that says volunteer to be this color. Some of the other colors are primary color 3, 4, and 5. So you can see 4 is blue and 5 is green. So that will tell that badge box to be our different theme colors. So using this component, I can search for different contacts. We don't have anyone called search for contact, which makes sense. We do have someone called Matt, and I can select on Matt. And now that orange color has come through. So just remember to teach people how to plug in the colors when they have used your components. Okay, so that's the end of this video. Thank you for joining me. The next video I'm going to create is all about how to do ALM, or Application Lifecycle Management, if you've installed the Microsoft Themes Toolkit from the Center of Excellence. Because the toolkit uses code, I want to show you the proper way to manage and govern this across your environments, and doing it the right way, and how to deploy these solutions and enable them so that you bring all the colors and the theme data through as you go, and how to set up the security roles as well. Thank you so much, and hope you are well.